The Sopori Creek and Farm project is a 1,300-acre piece of property that the Trust is looking to permanently protect. It's located about a half hour south of Tucson, right where the Sopori Creek and the Santa Cruz River come together.
Sopori Creek and Farm is a place where shallow groundwater systems, wildlife movement corridors, grandfathered water rights, and perfect soil for growing come together in one location. It is one of the longest continuously inhabited places in the United States.
We want to permanently protect the working landscape, the irrigated farmland and the upland grazing areas, but we also want to utilize the water resources that are available to help ensure that the wildlife species here, the riparian area, is maintained in a healthy way.
If you look at the size of the trunks of these trees, the reason they're big is their roots are actually down into the water table. And so they can continue to photosynthesize, in other words, feed the ecosystem well beyond a particular rain event. It occurs now, since the major water tables have dropped so much, only in areas where there are special subterranean shelves that are catching water within 60 feet or so of the surface. Sopori is one of those magical places.
The Sopori Creek and Farm is also part of over 20,000 acres worth of protected lands through the Sonoran Desert Conservation Plan.
Its value is greatly enhanced by the fact that there are other parcels and other linkages enhancing and leveraging this investment in biodiversity.
The Sopori Creek and Farm is owned by a developer who has plans for putting in hundreds of homes, a resort hotel, and a golf course.
If it's converted to housing developments and commercial developments, this special spot with its high water table to support this kind of vegetation will be gone, and it will not be replaceable.
Sopori Creek and Farm has all the facets of everything that the Trust works to protect.
Our vision will be a very healthy upland, a riparian system that is getting better and better because of the good management. And our vision includes the intensely managed portion to educate future generations for sustainable production of food in an arid environment.
This is a land protection project, but it is also going to create a space for the next generation of farmers and ranchers to have access to land and be collaborative and innovative to create a sustainable agricultural future here in southern Arizona.
Three of the biggest hurdles for young farmers entering into this career are access to land, access to capital, and access to education. What I see is a huge opportunity and building block for young farmers at Sopori Creek and Farm is that it can be a space to provide an open door for people that didn't have one.
A lot of young people don't know what sacrifices are made and what the contribution of agriculture is to something that they like to do 3 times a day, which is eat. The Sopori Creek and Farm project could play a role in that, and having young people eventually coming out here and seeing different cropping systems.
Arizona Land and Water Trust has spent the last 40 years forging partnerships with farmers, ranchers, governments, and now developers.
Arizona Land and Water Trust had a long history of working in southern Arizona and have been dedicated to preserving these landscapes.
Their heart is in the right place. They care about protecting this land and they care about the community.
The word trust is quite serious. We have the fiduciary responsibility of stewarding these lands to ensure that this area will be available not just for our people today, but in perpetuity.